Captain, she no bueno. Holy fuckity, I think she's smoking a bit, eh? I think it might have got some diesel fuel in the gas. Apparently that's not good. Okay, well, we're back. So, fuel pump's right there. Of course, got wiring here, vent line right here. There's the vent line to the subtrans, but any point. Anyway, fuel line here. So, got that sand from all that creek riding. Definitely don't want any of that issue. So, air line out here. Well, and of course, you're just gonna spin this ring. These little keepers right here. Then once you spin past that, they'll get out here in this white part, slide right off. No big deal. The only thing that's really a big deal, not so much even on this, is whenever you're gonna pull this out. Whenever I pulled it out the last time, the fuel gauge. I'll show you whenever I get it out of here, but never can be too clean. Okay. So yeah, this I had this old push rod. Old push rod here. It's from a semi truck, diesel. Let's not see how that. I mean, you know, you never know what you might need out here in the old field. It's like granted, this one here is being a tish easier because I've had it out before, but you get the gist. That's what you need to do. Like I said, this main thing here is when you pull this out. I'm sure that I kind of know about it, but someone, I'm sure my memory's a little bit foggy too. Slept a few times since then. So, you gotta get a hold of this thing. And you screwdriver. Just gonna try to break that seal just a little bit. It is a little harder to deal with just because it's down in that tight space, but I feel like this is way easier than trying to do. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so, it was not what it should have been. Not paying attention. So, right here, this here is where the fuel filter is at. Try to look down in there and see if there's any. There's another like a filter, pickup bottom filter down there too, but this thing is just dripping gas all over the place. So anyways, that's pretty much it. And then just get down in there and it's still pretty down in there, huh? Yeah, there's a little bug or something floating down around in there anyways. Anyways, that's what you do. And then I just typically I'll use this barrel pump that I've got, pump the fuel out, and then use a rag whenever to get whatever excess. Now if you don't have a barrel pump, there's some little water pump, squeegee type deals. Smaller version of this. Yeah, this here's a 55-gallon barrel pump. So there is smaller versions of this. I've seen them like at the farm store and that. I think they call them water pumps or something, but it's only about a 3/8 line, you know, coming out. A little better deal maybe. Anyways, pump that fuel out. You know, depending on what you're trying to do here, I guess. If you're trying to get water out of the tank, pump fuel out, dispose of it, put new fuel back in, put the fuel pump back in, rock and roll again. So it should be today though. It should all ring, right? So let's go ahead and get the pump back down here, I guess. It's pretty much the same gig. Tip it in. I mean, I really like a regular car fuel pump, of course, you know, fuel injected and all. So there's it's a big spring loaded deal. That's the only thing that's a little different about these compared to like a regular car. Spring loaded on the bottom of the tank, so get that baby pushed down in there. Big ring. Well, got her sitting here trying to get this thing cleaned up. It has decided to quit smoking. But man, she stinks like shit. See all the oil residue on the old cover there. Not a very smooth move, that's for sure. I'm not real sure. Really needs a horrible bath, but not real sure how I could have got it better. You know, took that fuel pump out of there, cleaned that, but I kind of wonder is if it wasn't the filter. Should have took that filter out, and I'm not sure if that's a serviceable piece or not, but definitely should have done something different with it. I got the old throttle up there, turning her about 3,500. A little bit of heat. Been probably doing this for, I don't know. Whoa! Jacked up the throttle a little bit. Turn her back, turn her back. There we go. I've probably been doing this for a good half hour, pissing the neighbors off, but it's kind of a shame. $20,000 machine, and she runs like absolute shit.
So I'll shut this old bee down and we'll go again here, and I'll maybe show you a few things, but I don't know too much about them. So alright, well, back again. This thing's still not quite running 100%. I think it needs a new set of plugs in it. Hopefully then it'll come out of it. But factory replacement here is these laser iridiums. Got these things from O'Reilly's. Shipped, was pretty nice. Next day, had them in hand, so it's not too bad. But freaking $18 a piece for these bad boys. Free shipping, but still almost a $40 bill. I don't know, you know, just run the old copper and replace it over to something. But here they are. They're a big old long piece, 14 millimeter. But like you say, if you can see how much there is there, quite a bit of thread on the end of them compared to a typical small block Chevy or something like that. But gonna get these things out of there. Got that Hemi type, I'm gonna say Hemi type, but I got that Hemi type spark plug boot on there. Hopefully they'll just kind of pull up out of there. I don't know, never had these out, but I'll let you know how it goes. Not real sure how you get that inside one, if I should actually take like the air filter box out of it and get to that. I mean, I've got some other parts to add to this thing, like that throttle body spacer deal there. And I've also got a new thermostat for it as well, on cop stuff. So I don't know how far I'm gonna go on this thing today, because kind of got some other things going, but really need to get this thing running because it is absolutely miserable. It will drive, but definitely seems like it's definitely not right. But so hate to drive it much. I'll keep you updated. Well, probably if I was smart, I would have just took the bed off this thing. But hey, why would you want to do that? Make things easy. It's kind of intimidating, but there's two bolts, one on each side there, and then there's little clip deals up there at the top. They tuck in underneath that bar, and then got a clamp coming from your front snorkel piece there back, and then you've got two on your throttle bodies. You got to take off, and then looks like that'll come up out of there. And then spark plug boots weren't too bad, pull up out of there, but couldn't get to the back one with all this stuff kind of in there. So that's why I decided to take the air cleaner box out. And I don't know. Alright, well, might as well just become a Honda assembler, because you gotta tear the whole machine down, get the seat off, might as well take the bottom out. I'd probably do that before I take the air cleaner out, but hey, maybe we'll assemble it different than what we disassembled. But here's kind of what you got. Throttle body spacer deal here for that air cleaner. You got, like I said, a new one of those. These here are the plugs that they always talk about zip tying on the fuel injectors there, but not real sure why, I guess. But see the spark plugs down in there, not really with the old sun blowing at us. But anyways, definitely no girl should have needed a bath, but she really wouldn't run very well to even get it to the car wash. So we'll get this thing torn apart here and see what we got. But that thermostat right here on the front. So guess if I'm gonna go through all this pain, might as well go ahead and get that new thermostat put in. Wasn't sure if I was gonna do that today or not, but I guess I am. Well, guess that answers that question. Can't really see it very well. Come on, focus up. The rear plug was looking pretty good. Back one's just nasty as all get out, so we definitely got a misfire situation there. But yeah, good times. Got like 1,500 miles on it maybe. That's the role that diesel fuel will play for you. Guess I better get them new plugs back in. Okay, so here's what we've got. Here's the old piece, stock Pioneer 1000. Part numbers there, so you've got quite a bit of that piece that goes in there. But yeah, if you look at that, which I don't know, I do have a set of calipers. I don't know if you can tell really. It's looking pretty darn close. Well, not on that side, but looks pretty darn close to the same. Here's this part number on this new one. Let's see, can you get it? It's ever so light. PPGF 30. I really don't know, but I thought the original deal was this was like a Talon deal, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just the fact of cutting those off. I mean, it's not the same part number, but I don't know if they had a revision or not. But if you feel down in there, it's definitely a taper up, and it definitely gets a lot smaller right there. Right there. So, I don't know. Upgrade, you know, how much is it worth? Horsepower wise, who knows? I don't know if anything's really been dynoed, but it's got a feel good factor to it, I guess. So, anyways, just take them screws out and throw that bad boy on there. But I don't know, I would definitely should have washed the machine a lot better. So anyways, I don't know, I'm trying to decide if I want to pull that thermostat out and change that thermostat. Where's that thing at? So with that overheat kit, you get a new cap, radiator, of course. Then where's the thermostat at? You get a new thermostat, and it is supposed to open earlier. But really, I've not had, I mean, 2 bars is what I've had on this thing now after the tune. So I don't know, I really hate to cause myself any more issues with this diesel fuel problem that I have anyways. So I may not tear into that. Man, I really hate to have to tear this thing all back apart just to change that thermostat out. So I don't know, I'll feel it out here. Alright, so changed the plugs, did the upgrades. Thing's still not running right. Calling my guys over at Smith Brothers, talked to them. They're great to deal with. Took it over there, and right out of the box, they put a brand new ECM in it. Boom. problem fixed. So yeah, there was decent fuel in the fuel system, I'm pretty sure, but it was actually the computer that was kind of failing on one of the cylinders, so it wouldn't get the fuel it needed to get. They said this has been a really common problem with Pioneers, and that's why that was the first thing they threw at it. Was they took a good ECM out of another Pioneer, put it in mine, fixed the issue. So I ordered a brand new ECM for it, put it in mine, cleared up. And like I said, they've said that that's been kind of an issue. And so I kind of wonder has it been doing this thing? Has it been doing this ever since I got it? Because pretty much, I bought a brand new, but it has never seemed the same as Grill Masters. Even after the tunes and stuff like that. And it seemed like the more we ran it, like the first test with the tunes from Hess, they were better. And then we got the Cops tune, which should have been better, but it was actually the time pretty darn close. It wasn't really much different. So I'd really be curious to go back and run some of them tests and stuff. But now pretty much where I'm sitting at is I put a new ECM in. So now the tunes that I have are all set. My dyno jet is set to the old ECM, so I got to figure out how to get my tunes and my licensing back off of that original ECM and put on the new ECM. So then I'm kind of a mist of kind of some other stuff. Of course, doing an addition on the garage. So I really need to get back on that and make sure that I can get those changed over. Otherwise, a new token for my new ECM would be $200, which kind of sucks because the old ECM is pretty much no good to me. And new ECM was $350. So if I throw another $200 on there, I'm almost $600 into a failure. And I was thinking whenever I went back through some of the menus before, I've seen where you can kind of like take that ECM back to stock. But what I'm thinking is put the ECM back in, try to get my license back off of it, and then put it on the new one, put my tunes back on it, and just be golden again. But and I've even seen on some of the boards and stuff where you guys are talking about this injector pulse not being as strong as what it should be, and some of the are failing. So it's definitely something to look at, and I think kind of maybe how I got to this situation. Like I said, either it was always doing it, or pretty much I was at the range where the battery, the original stock battery, was crap on me. I jumped it like one time, and rode it. Of course, let it sit there and charge up and everything, but rode it. Come back in the next day because I just thought it was a fluke deal. Went back out, started the next day. Wouldn't start, battery was dead again. Okay, so put a brand new battery in it. And it just seemed like since then, the idle, that was the biggest thing. The idle wasn't really right. Usually machines will sit there and idle just under 1,000 RPMs. Well, if it sit there and idle like 1,000, and every once in a while, boom, it drop down to like 500. Be sitting there 500, and you come back up. It was just kind of playing really weird on the idle. Sometimes it even died. So the idle was where it seemed like it was really kind of off. It seemed like it rode fine. The thing had power just like it had, I guess, before. Never really noticed any big hiccups there, but man, whenever you come back off of a full throttle ride or whatever, it would sit there and idle really weird. So I always thought that was kind of an issue, and then somehow, I don't know, grab the wrong jug or something. Because usually I'll kind of mix, I run 98 octane BP racing fuel in my sport mod. So then usually I just have a 55 gallon barrel of it. So I usually just pump out and put 98 octane in my Pioneer. Somehow I grabbed the wrong jug or something, and I apparently had some diesel fuel. But it was kind of weird because I remember the occasion when I put fuel in it, and it seemed like it was 2 weeks or so prior to this. So I put that in there, but it ran fine for about 2 weeks or so. And then my wife took it over to the neighbors one day, and then she said, "Hey, I think we can start with a run."
So I went over and retrieved it, and that's when pretty much she was billowing out smoke like no other. And so drained the fuel, put new fuel in it. It was just a constant battle after that to ever get the thing to run. Everybody's like, man, thing, I'll dump diesel fuel in my stuff before, no big deal, put some new fuel in it. I was like, yeah, I even drained the tank and then put new fuel in it, and it never had one to run right. So I assumed it was probably a fuel injector or IAC, some things like that was causing the issues. That's why I just went ahead and took it over to Smith Brothers, and I got her taken care of for me. So just appreciated them guys, and get this thing back on the road. But I know it's been a while since I posted any videos, but kind of see how that goes. Things have kind of changed, and we'll see if we can get some more videos. Got to get some good content, keep you guys going on this thing. But I think it'd be cool to get a 6-seater or something, try it out. I'm curious to see how those things climb hills, do things like that. I talked to Smith Brothers over there because they had one over there. I kind of checked out and stuff, and they're like, well, we just kind of feel like this is going to be the golf cart type people that are just going to ride this on the street and stuff like that. So might be a little different situation. I kind of like trail riding some stuff, so it'd be interesting to see how those things perform and stuff like that. So I don't know, we'll see. I doubt they're going to let me take one out on a promo just to do some videotaping of it, but you never know about those guys. Tune in, see what we can come up with. Thanks for watching.